Zoe's going to lead the class today. She's like, no, I'm not. She really wanted to come up on the lap while we were waiting, but we're not going to wait anymore. We're going to get started on mobility. We're doing Pilates this morning. So all you need is a resistance band, your little mini resistance band, as well as lighter weights, like 5 or less is recommended, but you can do more if you want. All right, let's get our mobility started. Come on down to your right knee, left foot forward. We'll get into those hips this morning. Okay, take a nice big breath and sweep those arms forward and up. Okay, I was listening to Exhale to Release. I was listening to a podcast over the weekend, and it's all about the foundation of the feet, the alignment of the knees and the hips and all of the things. We are in constant flexion, knees, hips, ankles. Last one here, hold it at the end. So opening up our hips, crucial. Walking daily, crucial. Taking your feet out of your socks and shoes, crucial. All of these cool things, I'll share it. Exhale, forward fold over that leg. I'll maybe share it in our chat because it was actually quite a fascinating podcast. Forward and back, getting into those hamstrings. But super cool to learn a little bit of things, the importance of our hips and the connection of the low back. Let's hold those hips back. Take the right hand up and over that left leg. All right, drive that left hip back. Flex through those toes. And just being aware of how your body is. It's crazy. It's crazy. The lack of awareness for a lot of people is interesting. Let's walk those hands all around to your right. Extend through that left leg. Take an inhale, bring those shoulders forward over the wrists. Exhale to take those hips back. All right, so coming into that beautiful movement, coming forward, allowing those hips to open up on that left side. Exhale back. And we'll do that one more time. Inhale to take it forward. Exhale to take it back. Right hip towards right heel. Walk the hands over to the left. Reach those right fingertips a little bit more, and then really exaggerate and drive back into that right hip. See if you can maintain a flat foot on the left side. Breathing there for 3, for 2, and release. Switch it out to the other side. Left knee is down, right foot is forward. Okay, take a nice sweep of those arms forward and up. The other fun thing was, can you sit down onto the floor, exhale to release, and get up without using your hands? Ooh, there's a fun one. Or if you can at least get up without using your hands. That was something they were encouraging as well. Obviously, as we age, those things get harder. Hold at the bottom of this lunge. Knee is tracking over those toes. Breathing into that left hip. Getting that beautiful extension for 3, for 2. Forward fold on 1. Fingertips come down, flex through those toes. Getting that nice length through the back of that right leg. Coming into your rock. Or if that static stretch feels better, take it there. Good. And then we'll hold those hips back. Take the left hand up and over top of that right leg. Coming into that gentle little twist to your right. Taking a nice big breath in right there. And then walk those hands around to your left. Half tabletop position from this side. Leg extends right out from the hips. Inhale those shoulders to come over the wrists. Exhale to take the hips back. Good. 2 more of those. Inhale forward. Exhale back. 1 more time. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Left hip towards left heel. Walk the hands to the right. Left fingertips go a little bit further beyond. Press back into that left side. Really exaggerate. Oh, that feels good for the lat as well. Breathing there for 3, for 2, and for 1. Come on up into your tabletop position. I hope I'm not going to be solo this morning, but it's looking that way. All right, toes tucked or untucked, doesn't really matter. Spread those fingers nice and wide, and when you're ready, take that big inhale to lift the tail and lift that gaze. Exhale to tuck and around. Okay, we've got lots of work though coming up. Some serious core, serious glutes. Get some upper body in there as well. Inhale to lift, exhale to tuck and round. And we're going to do that one more time. Big breath in when you are ready. Exaggerating as much as you can. Get that full movement, full range. Exhale to tuck and round. From there, when you are ready, oh, that feels good. Walk those hands slightly further forward. Lift the hips up and back, coming into a nice down dog. Give yourself a couple of pedals here. Notice how it feels through the back of the ankle into that calf. Oh, it feels so nice. Nice big stretch. And then from there, we'll take a nice big step forward with that right foot, lower the left knee down, untuck the left toes at the back. Make sure that right foot is flat. Take a sweep of that right arm, open and up. Big inhale. And as you exhale, reach over to the left side ribs. I had to think of what side we were on here. And then inhale, reach the arm up. Big breath in, exhale to wrap and reach. Last one here, big breath in, open it all up. Exhale to wrap. Oh, that also feels so good for those hips. All right, right hand is gonna come back down towards your mat, left toes tucked, right foot steps back to meet the left, coming into your down dog. There comes Melinda and there comes Jess, so I'm not solo. Take a big step with the left foot when you are ready, lower the right knee down. Untuck those right toes, sweep the left arm up and open, getting nice and deep into those hips. Once again, exhale to wrap and reach to your right. Inhale, up and open. Exhale to wrap. One more time for that side. Big breath in, open it all up. Exhale to wrap. Good. Okay, left hand is going to come to your mat. Right toes tuck, pivot around into your nice wide straddle. All right, toes forward or slightly turned out, your choice. Take it from right to left here. Again, focusing on that knee coming up, getting into those hips, getting into lateral movement, which is also super key. We don't have enough of it in our lives. Some of us don't. Depends on what we do. You're a speed skater. I don't know what else goes side to side. I have to think about that. Taking it from right to left, us, the move team, because we do a lot. For 3, for 2, center straddle on 1. Okay, heel toe those feet 2, squat distance apart when you are ready. Sit those hips down nice and low. Elbows to the inside of those knees, hands to prayer or fists, your choice. Just driving those elbows into those knees, really trying to create that beautiful deep squat position, creating that space for the hips, pulling that chest through as much as you can. We'll take one more big breath in right there. And then exhale, release and forward fold. Heel toe your feet now to hip distance apart. In your ragdoll, that forward fold position. If grabbing behind those legs feels good, if taking it from side to side feels good, or just that simple stillness of letting go into the backs of those legs feels good. Make sure the head, neck, and shoulders are released as well. Oh, we can hang out here for a while, but we will not. Might bend those knees a little bit more, tuck the tail. Keep that upper body nice and heavy. Rolling yourself up to standing. Okay. Once you've made your way there, come into your sumo squat stance. Taking those feet out nice and wide, toes turned out. Sit deep into your sumo squat. Big lateral reach from right to left. So today is going to be mainly, can I say that? It's basically all mat work. So we're going to be down doing some core, some bridge work, some plank work. Nothing is standing, which is going to feel weird. That's okay. Changing it up as always, like Saturday's super sweaty one. Keep going there from right to left. 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Coming into your hamstring stretch, arm circle. Hips go back with the flat back, flexing through the toes. Big reach around with those arms. Big rotation. Heel down, hips back. Big sweep up and around. Enjoying that full range. Take your time if you want to have a pause in that hamstring forward fold position. Ooh, that feels also really good. Hamstrings are tight. Okay, keep going there for 3. We're almost there. For 2. And for 1. Okay, march it out. Don't do your high knee. I want you to just come into a march. Think of hip flexion. And then as you stand, you're in that extension. Okay, thinking of long, tall torso here. You can take hands to hips if that feels good for you. Notice on what's happening if you can feel your core or down towards your hip flexors or pelvis. Good. Okay, now we're going to take it balancing on the left. Pop. Ooh, see, my balance is off. 1, 2. And then take a big step over to the right. 1, 2. Step it over. Think of what's happening through the foot. Step it over, think of what's happening through the knee and the hip. All right, keep going there for 3, for 2, and for 1. Balancing this morning is fun. Come into a nice big plank position here. Take the feet nice and wide. 2 options. You can just squeeze Press through the hands as much as you can, engage through the core. You can come into those shoulder taps if you feel good there. Hold and breathe for 3, for 2, and for 1. Nice job, okay. Nice little warm up there for us this morning. We're gonna go right into it, as we always do. We've got a big circuit of a mix of core and some plank work and some glute work right off of the bat. Options here is you can add in weight for the first 2 core exercises, or you can take this right into body weight. Either are fine. Okay, and that's it. So those are the only 2 where you can add weight. We're gonna come into a nice simple crunch to start. So those feet will be down on the mat. You can also do it with your feet elevated. This is where you can take a weight if you want, okay? We're just gonna come into a simple crunch, 1, 2, reaching that weight if you're taking that option, and or you can just come into a modified crunch, reaching the hands and lowering down. The next one is scissors, so you would just be holding that weight as load, kicking those legs. That's all I'm gonna tell you. We're gonna go through it all as we go, just to save some time so we can get extra reps in today. Is there anything else we need? No, there isn't. Okay, let's get started. Make your way down onto your mat, come onto your back. We start with a simple crunch in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Okay, I'm gonna go body weight this morning, and I'm gonna have my feet elevated. You do not need to have your feet elevated. You can have the heels down, but flex through the toes. Reach 1, 2, lower down. Reach 1, 2, lower down. Now, if you feel better with the hands behind the head, you can take that option as well. Make sure the elbows stay super wide. Don't crunch and pull on the neck. The elbows, if they're coming towards one another as you come up, we want to think of pulling them back and down. Open up, lift chest towards ceiling for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands beside you. Lift those legs all the way up, drop and switch. Big scissor kicks here. You can lift the head, neck, and shoulders once again. You can also hold on to that weight straight out of the chest. All right, you can have a soft little bend into those knees, choosing which variation feels good for you, pressing the low back for sure. Drop, switch, drop, switch. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, hands by your side, reverse crunch. Lift the hips, drive the knees to the chest, reset. We're not going into extension here, so you're just lifting the hips off of the mat, knees coming towards the chest, and then a light lower down of the low back and hips. Now your core should start to really fire through this one. If it's not already, don't worry, we only have 1 left, and then we're gonna switch it out in a different position. Okay, keep going there. For 3, we got hollow body hold 20 seconds. 2, everybody's arms up by the ears, lift the head, neck, and shoulders. Leg, maybe you're gonna do a single leg extension. Maybe you can do a double. Maybe, oh, I gotta take my sweater off, I'm sweating. Maybe you can have those knees just stacked over the hips and really focus on pressing that low back. If you can come out to full extension, amazing job. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, flip it over into plank, forearm plank. All right, we're gonna tap right, tap left. Tap right, reach it forward. Tap left, reach it forward. Now, we're trying not to rock the hips very much. They can rock a little bit. How long are we doing this for? 30 seconds, okay. Right and left. Maybe you wanna just simply focus on your forearm plank. If you need to have the knees down as you tap right and left. Tailbone needs to be tapped. Glutes need to be active. 5, 4, 3, 2, press up to those hands, come into tabletop position. Right leg, rainbow. Okay, so we're gonna give that core a little bit of a rest. Tap right, tap left. Tap right, tap left. Get that leg into extension and think of your glutes here. Try to fire up the core, keeping that back nice and flat, right to left, okay. From here, we're gonna come into slow cross body climbers. Okay, opposite knee comes over to opposite elbow. We're not quite there yet, we're almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, straight arm plank. All right, knee comes across, 1, 2, step it back. Other side, 1, 2, oh, step it back. Core is firing, 1, 2, step it back, 1, 2, step it back. Drive that knee as much as you can towards that arm, 1, 2, squeeze, step it back, 1, 2, squeeze. Step it back. 5, 4, 3, 2. Come on back to your table, left side rainbow. This is your last exercise for this set. We do go through this 2 more times. So it's about 4 minutes of work. Right away, firing up that core both ways on our backs and in that plank position. Tap right, tap left. Think of glutes, as much as you can. Leg extension, press into that heel. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. Set 1 is done. We're getting warm. We flip it right back over onto our backs. We come into that simple crunch. Option to have the weight, option to go body weight. Here we go. Lift and reach. 1, 2, lower down. Pressing into that low back. 1, 2, lower down. Heels can be on the floor. If that feels better for you, your choice. Hands behind the head. You have to have those elbows nice and wide. Whoop. Feeling that core already? Keep going. Crunch. 1, 2. Lower down. We come into those big scissor kicks in 4, 3. Option to hold the weight. 2, and 1. Head can be rested here. Dropping those heels from right to left. Alternate switch. Alternate switch. Make sure that low back is pressing. No gap. You can check. Put your hand there. Is there a gap for your back? And if there is, you want to maybe sit up a little bit. Lift the head, neck, and shoulders. Keep dropping those heels right to left. You can start to speed that up as well if that feels better. We come into the reverse crunch in 3, 2, and 1. Hands by your side. Knees to chest. Lightly lower down. Knees come to hips, maybe slightly past, but not to extension. Lift. Oh, release down light. Control. Think of laying on thin ice. Don't crack through that thin ice when you come back down, okay? Lift, release, slow. Lift, release, slow. 5, 4, 3, 2. Hollow body, hold arms by those ears. Lift head, neck, and shoulders. Now, that core is firing. If you can extend one leg out, amazing. If you can do both, amazing. If you're feeling this in the low back, keep the knees over those hips. Lift head, neck, and shoulders. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, switch it over to your forearm plank. We tap right, we tap left. Option to be on those toes or option to be on those knees. Reach the arm, tap. Reach the other arm, tap. Trying to keep those hips nice and controlled. Tap right, tap left. Okay. Squeeze and breathe right there. Tap right, tap left. Now, if that's tricky for you, you can also do this one in tabletop and just focus on that core, what's happening there, keeping it nice and still, or maybe it's a modified plank and on those hands versus on those elbows. That's a little bit easier, more controlled for 3. For 2, tabletop, right leg rainbow. Let's go. Big tap, right to left, leg extension. Full straight leg, press into the heel, flex through those toes. Side to side, active glute, active core. Keep your gaze right down in front of you. Spread the fingers, try not to come into an extension through the back. We want to just stay nice and neutral. Think of hip and glute doing the work here. 5, 4, 3, 2, press yourself up to straight arm plank. Knee comes across, squeeze, 1, 2, step it back. 1, 2, across, twist, step it back. 1, 2, twist. Modified, you can do same knee to same elbow on the knees if that feels better for you. If you can be up on those toes, keep crossing it across the body. 1, 2, step it back. 4, 3, 2, left side rainbow. Let's go. Leg up and over, big arch with that leg, big tap over from right to left. Core is braced here. Now, okay, feeling through that, pressing, through that heel. And again, try not to let the belly fall through. Try to pull it up and in to maintain that nice braced position. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Okay, so One more time through all of that. We're firing up that core first thing. Feeling all the heat through that center of the body. Option to hold the weight. We come into simple crunch last time. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Feet elevated or not, your choice. Lift and reach, lower down. Lift and reach, lower down. Option for a weight here. And if you're using a weight, that's weights trying to come up towards ceiling and up and over those shins. Unless your feet are down, you can also do it feet down. And then in that case, it's just up towards the ceiling. Pressing that low back, 1, 2, hover it down. 1, 2, hover it down. 5, 4, 3, 2, scissor kicks. Hands by your side, or if you're holding a weight, up across, or sorry, up and straight out of the chest. Dropping those legs from right to left. You can also have those hands in behind the head or down by your side. Press your low back into the mat. Let's go. Switch, switch, switch with those legs. Pressing the low back. Let's go, team. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reverse crunch. Knees to chest. Oh, lightly lower down. Knees to chest. Lightly lower down. It's 30 seconds. Pressing through those hands by your side. Lifting the knees up. Hovering those hips back down nice and light. Control. We're not cracking through that thin ice. 5, 4, 3, 2, hollow body hold, arms by the ears, lift head, neck, and shoulders. Breathe and squeeze right there. Remember, you can go single leg extension, double leg extension, or just knees just past those hips. You need to lift the arms by the ears and lift head, neck, and shoulders. 3, 2, and 1. Flip it over. Forearm plank. We tap right, left. Remember, you have the option to just start in tabletop. If this is challenging for you, you can be in modified plank. Straight arms, if you can make it to your forearms, keep going right there. Tap right, tap left. Think of squeezing through that core, those hips straight down into your mat as you tap and reach. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Tabletop, right leg rainbows. Final time here. Tapping right, tapping left. Let's go. Big tap right, big tap left, side to side, side to side. Keep it up, keep it up. Oh, good. 5, 4, 3, 2. Slow climbers up into that straight arm plank. Cross it over. 1, 2. Step it back. Other side. 1, 2. Step it back. Thinking of squeezing that core, driving that knee across the body as tight as you can. Drive it up and in. Step it back. Up and in. Step it back. Let's go. We got left side to finish for rainbows. And that set is done. 3, 2. Right knee comes down. Left foot taps right to left. All right. Sweating over here. We're working hard. Nice little body weight combos here. Getting that center body, that nice core, right fired. How are we doing here? Keep tapping from right to left. You're almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, and time. Woo! All right, give that a little shake out. Grab a quick sip of water if you need it. We move on to some more fun work. Okay, where are we going here? We're going to be on our mats still. What do we need? One lighter weight, and that is all we need, I think. Yes, one lighter weight. Okay, so maybe it's a 5, maybe it's a little bit less than 5. Most of us won't go heavier than that. Okay, we're coming up to our left side to start. This is all going to be left side and then right side. We're going to come onto the left side, onto that forearm. Legs extended out, slightly in front of the hips so you're not in full alignment. You're gonna lift that top right leg, gonna lift the bottom to match it, lower back down, lower back down. That's a hard one here. You can also come fully down if that feels more comfortable for you onto your side. Okay, then you'll have a nice lighter weight. We're gonna reach up and under, coming into that modified side plank, reaching that weight down, just underneath of the chest, and then right back up. All right, then we are coming into heel press on that side. Option to have a nice little light weight behind that knee, we press it back and up, or you can do this one body weight. All right, and then we're gonna finish with a nice rotation up into tabletop. We're gonna go clockwise and counterclockwise. Come on down to left side, please. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Okay, so hip is down, legs are out. We lift the right, we lift the left to match. We lower that back down and down. So it's lift 1, lift 2, lower 1, lower 2. That front hand can stabilize you. Lift 1, lift 2, lower 1, lower 2. Now, you might notice you're gonna lean over a little bit. Try not to, try to stay chest and, shoulders and hips spacing whatever direction you're facing. You know what I mean? Okay. Lift match, lower match, 5, 4, 3, 2, modified side plank. Left knee down, right leg lifts. We reach that weight and stack. We lower it down to hover underneath the chest. Lift it up and open. Oh, lower it down, making sure that shoulder is over top of that elbow for your left side. Now, if that's tough for you, you can also come into like a star and then lower it all down. Lift and open. It's kind of like when we do the clams, you have that option. You can keep that right leg lifted. Amazing. 5, 4, 3, 2, option to put that weight in behind the right leg, coming into forearm, tabletop. Lift the heel, lower the knee, keeping that leg bent the entire time. It is glute work here. Heel comes close to the glute, squeezing that weight. If you're not using a weight, you do not have to. You're still trying to pull that heel into the glute. Squeeze the bum at the top, cover the knee at the bottom. Press, squeeze, lightly lower. Press, squeeze, lightly lower. Now we're going to come into hip rotations in tabletop. You have the option to keep the weight in behind the knee or take it out in 3, 2, press yourself up to full table. Start those rotations. Big circle around, big circle around. Think of what's happening through the core. It should not be moving. The back is flat. Pretend you have a nice pot of tea on your back. Switch the direction, go the opposite way. Oh, all right. You'll notice the left side is going to fire up as well. Lots of stabilizers going in there. So good for those hips and glutes here. Big circle with that knee. 3, 2, 1. Right side plank. Come on over, come on down. It's not a plank. You're on that hip, extend those legs out. Lift the left. Right leg matches, lower down, lower down. Lift left, match right, lower left. Lift, up, lower, release. Oh, lift, up, lower, release. Okay. Whew, this one's tough. Hang in there as best as you can. Lift, match, lower, release. We have 5, 4, 3, 2. Right side plank. Right knee and forearm are down. You have that little weight. You also don't have to use a weight here. You tap, you lift. You tap, you lift. Or you have that light weight. Stack, tap it down just by the chest, just below the chest. And that left leg is up. If you want, you can do it more of open kick, lower down if you prefer. If holding static for that lower body is tough for you, choose for you. 5, 4, 3, 2, tabletop on the forearms. Weight comes in behind that left knee if you're using a weight. Kick into that heel, hover the knee down, kick and press. Hover down, heel squeezes towards that glute the entire time. Hover, lift, hover, lift. Let's go, team. All right, 10 seconds for the side. We're gonna keep the weight or remove it. We come into those hip rotations in 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on up onto those hands, tabletop, rotate. Whatever direction you wanna start in, choose that big circle with that hip, drawing that circle with the knee. Keep your foot in flexion the entire time. Oh, actually feels nice for those hips. Change the direction in 3, 2, 1, opposite way. Internal or external, whatever direction you're going. Think of what's happening through the core. Keep it tight. Hip and knee movement. 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Okay. All of that is one more time. We do right side, left side one more time. Come on down to the left side body. Those legs extend right out. We lift the right. We match the left. We lower it down. Let's go, team. Lift, match, lower, release. Okay. We're getting into the abductor and adductor. Inside, outside of that leg, the hip area. All right. Always feels good. Lift, match, lower, match. Let's go up, lift, lower, release. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Side plank. Right leg is extended, left knee is down. Option to take that weight with you. We lift and stack. We lower towards beneath the chest. Up and open. Release it down. If you can, keep that right leg lifted. Amazing. If you need to come into that little tight ball and open it up, you can take that variation as well. Both fantastic options. Left shoulder over the elbow though, please, as best as you can. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Option to have the weight in behind that right knee. Forearm tabletop. We squeeze that knee towards the heel. We press and hover down. Press it up, squeeze the bum, hover it down. All right, squeeze, lift, hover. Squeeze, lift, hover. Making sure we're not dumping into that low back. It is simply a hip extension with that glute activation. Kick and press, release it down. Kick, press, release it down. 3, 2, straight arm table. Option to keep the weight or release it. You start your hip rotations right here. Ooh, that left side is firing up right now as well. Big circles into that hip. Keep it up. We got 5, 4, 3, 2. Change the direction. Go the opposite way. Feeling all those feels, team. Let's go. Big circle around. Circle around. 3, 2. Time. One more time for the left side. Onto the right forearm. No, not even the forearm. Right side body, legs extend out. Lift. We match the last one here. Lower it down. Let's go. Lift. Match. Lower. Down. Woo! Up. Squeeze. Lower. Take your time here. Try not to rush through. Slow and controlled movements. Oh my goodness. We're feeling that. Oh yes. So good, team. 4, 3, 2, side plank. Right knee down, right forearm down. Options to take that weight with you. We lift. We hover underneath the chest. If you're not using a weight, you can do this body weight. Reach the arm up. Tuck it under. Let's go. Remember, you have the option to lower everything down if you would like. If it's affecting through that shoulder and you need that quick little release, try to keep the left leg up as much as you can. 5, 4, 3, 2, forearm tabletop. Weight behind the left knee if you're taking that option. We heel press here, keeping that glute squeezed tight at the top. Heel is squeezing into the glute. Open and hover down. Lift, release. So good, you guys. Keep it going. Thinking what's happening through that hip and glute as you move here. Press back, squeeze, lower down. 5, 4, 3, 2. Option to keep the weight. Hip rotations. Come on up, straight arm table. Let's go. Big circle around. As big as you can make it. Oh, from that hip. So good. Knee is drawing that nice big circle. 4, 3, 2. Change the direction. Last 15 seconds right here. We are almost done. Amazing. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2. Time. Ooh, okay, we're gonna give those glutes a little rest. We were very early, Zosies. But that's a nice down dog, up dog. Okay, we're gonna get into the upper body a little bit. giving that core and glute a little bit of rest. We've got a quick little, what do we have? Okay, 2 light weights. You will need 2 light weights. I've got my little baby 1 pound that came with my bike. All right, I'm gonna use those. You don't wanna go any higher than 5s on this next one, okay? I'm not gonna explain what we're doing. We're gonna start right away with diamond push-ups. You're gonna create a diamond with the index and thumb. New at this, you're gonna come into tabletop. You're gonna keep your hips high. You're gonna drive those elbows out, wide. Press. Now, if you feel good there, you can come into your modified position on those knees and up. Make sure you're squeezing core and glutes. You can go onto the toes if you're there. Those are hard. That's where we're getting started. It's only 30 seconds of work, and then we'll carry on from there. 3, 2, 1, we got 3 exercises. Let's go. Diamond push-up. Choosing your position. Index and thumb are touching. Chest comes down. Squeeze your bum. Maybe it's only a micro push-up, meaning a micro bend. Push. That is fine. Get your range that feels good for you. Micro bend, push. And if you're only doing that micro bend, think of what's happening through the rest of the body then. Focus on your bum and your core. Everything is braced. 4, 3, 2, come into downward dog. All right, some of us will go down dog to plank. Some of us are gonna do the scoop through, bringing the chest through, opening it up, pressing back, scoop through, press it back. If that's not cool for you, you can come into plank, down dog, plank, down dog, choosing which one feels good. Those elbows come like forearms close to the mat as you scoop through and back. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Into boat pose. Everybody with your light weights. All right. Palms are going to face up. You're going to open the chest, squeeze back, and then lean back, pull them back through. Palms stay facing up. Think of ape and then round. Ape and round. You can do this with the legs lifted as well. Pull the chest through, reach it back, heels down, works as well. Squeeze back, palms stay facing up. Palms stay facing up, squeeze. We have 4, 3, 2, 1. Come into your boat, palms up. You're gonna do little baby pulses right there. Little baby pulses. Lift lower, lift lower. Firing up biceps, firing up shoulders, firing up the core because you have that nice little lean back. 3, 2, 1, hold, just hold. Lean back maybe a little bit more. Maybe you want to take your arms a little bit wider. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to those diamond push-ups, team. Right away, tabletop forearm plank. I already feel my triceps big time firing. I'm going to come into modified table. Your hips stay high, elbows wide. If you're taking the tabletop version, you're going to get a much bigger range of motion in that push-up. It's just less weight and resistance. Otherwise, modified plank with the knees down is an option. Woo! Let's go. We've got that scoop through push-up and or down dog to plank in 4, 3, 2, 1. Right away, down dog to plank. Or scoop it through and back. Scoop it through and back. Let's go. Let's go. It's 30 seconds of movement. We finish with that boat. Palms up with the movement, with the pulse, with the hold, all the combos. 5, 4, 3, 2. Flip it over. Boat pose. Grab your 2 light weights. 2 light weights. All right, team. Heels down or lifted. We open the chest, come forward, squeeze back. We round and reach back forward. Open, pull through, return. Open, pull through, squeeze back, return. Ooh. Okay, we fired up those arms real quick, very quickly. That's it. We're only doing 2 rounds of that, so that's done. We do have a nice glute finisher this morning. All right, team, keep going here for 3, for 2, hold, pulse, pulse. So you're leaning back, heels can be down and lifted, little pulses, relax the shoulders down and back. Oh my goodness. Those 1 pounds feel like 50. We come into the hold in 3, 2, hold it out. Hold it out. Maybe lean back a little bit more. Maybe you want to lift the feet for the last 10 seconds. Ha! Breathe. 4, 3, 2, time. Oh my goodness, that was tough. Grab your band, grab a sip of water. We're gonna make our way down onto our backs to finish with some glute work. This is your finisher for this morning, and then you are all done. Okay, option, you can have a weight for your hips if you would like. Otherwise, just your tension of your band is perfect. Make your way to your back. Plant the feet about hip distance apart. We're gonna start with just a simple hip thrust and a hold. Okay, come on down, hands by your side. You're holding your weight. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Okay, we lift, tuck, hover at the bottom. Lift, tuck, hover at the bottom. Maybe you need to take your feet a little bit wider. Maybe it's more shoulder distance apart. That works. Lift, squeeze, release. Lift, squeeze, release. Let's go. If you're holding a weight, amazing. It's just that extra load. Makes it a little bit harder. If you're happy with body weight and band, that works too. We come into our hold in 3, 2, press through your feet. Think of tucking that tail and really squeezing the bum. Activate a lot, drive your knees out into your band. We hold and breathe here. Oh, that's a glorious hold. All right, we have 5, 4, 3, 2, lift. You're gonna come into your hip thrust. You can't see because Zoe's in the way. And then you're gonna come into a calf raise. Lower the heels, hover the hips. Lift the hips, hover the heels. Down, lower. So it's a lift hips, lift heels, lower hips. Up, lift the heels, lower them. Down. Okay. Lift, lower, release. Hips, heels, lower heels, hover hips. 4, 3, 2, 1. Up and hold, lift your heels off the mat. Okay, important here that the knees are straight forward, the heels are lifting off of the mat, and you're squeezing your bum, tucking that tail. That is super tough. We have 4, squeeze and lift a little higher. 3, 2, 1. Last one, lift, abduct. So the knee press out, come back in, hover down. This is your last one, team. Open, in, hover, lift, open, in, hover, holy glutes, lift, open, in, hover. You're almost there. Keep it up. We got a nice serious 3 minutes of serious glute work here with that band. Love it. We already had lots of glute stuff happening throughout the class today as well. Let's go, team. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift, hold, open. Okay, so knees are out, feet are flat, glutes are squeezing as tight as you can. Fire up those glutes as much as you can. Breathe and squeeze. Lift and press those knees. 4, 3, 2, and release down. Oh, give a nice squeeze of those knees into the chest. Oh, that's so deep. There's your down dog and up dog. Good girl. Oh, so good. Amazing, amazing job, Melinda. You stuck through that solo. Jess did jump on for a second, but she must have, maybe she was having issues with tech. Come in for a quick flex with me, Melinda. A solo session for you today. How are you doing? Good? Good? Feeling the bump? Yes, amazing. Okay, we're gonna do a quick little stretch. If you're sticking around, amazing. If you have to hop off, no problem. Ooh, we're definitely gonna get into those glutes. Oh, feeling that, definitely. We'll start standing when you are ready, and we'll get some nice breath working into that side body. Okay. Oh my goodness, my glutes are having a time. Let's take a nice big breath in, sweep the arms all the way up. Not high intensity at all today. We took a break of that. We got all that in on Saturday. Breath in, grab a hold of the right wrist, pull it over to the left side. Okay, really drive into that right hip. We're not gonna give the option to take the foot across. I want you to focus on the obliques and driving that hip out to the side, pressing into that side body. Take a big breath in. Oh, and release that down. Woo, even the arms are feeling that. Okay, big breath in again. Grab a hold of the left wrist, Pull it over to the right side, drive into that left side body, pressing into that hip, reaching that top left arm across. Take a big breath in right there. Oh, and so good. Okay, release that down. We are gonna make our way down into lizard. So we're gonna get into the front of the hips first, and then we're gonna make our way up to the back, straight into those glutes. So left knee is forward, right knee is down. Take the hands right below those shoulders, and then untuck those back right toes. If you have the space to come down to the forearms, I do not. You can take it there. So we're really focusing on the hip flexor here and opening the front of the body as we get into that left side hip. Breathing into that. All right. Big breath in, big breath out. That feels good. We're going to heel toe that left foot all the way across the body. Heel toe, heel toe, heel toe to come down into a pigeon pose. If pigeon doesn't feel good, 90-90 is a perfect place to be. And then forward fold over that left shin and knee. So if you're in pigeon, back leg is extended out. If you're in 90-90, both legs are bent. Either one, you should start to feel that into that left hip and left glute. Forward folding, breathing there for 3, for 2, and for 1. Nice job. Switch it out. Left knee is down, right foot is forward, coming into pigeon to that other, sorry, not pigeon, lizard first, 2 different animals. Taking the hands in below that chest, driving that right knee open, getting into those hips here first. Oh, breathing into that. Oh, hip is tight for the side. Taking 1 more big breath in as you are. And then heel toe that right foot over to the left side, making your way into that modified pigeon, the 90-90, or in regular pigeon, your choice, whatever one feels good for you. Press into that right hip and glute. We breathe there. We breathe there. That feels super good. Maybe you're down on the forearms. I love being upright because I can really drive into my hands. It just doesn't, it depends on what feels better for you. Taking 1 more big breath in wherever you are. And then slowly come on out of that. We're going to make our way onto our backs. Once you've made your way there, hug the knees into the chest. We'll get into those glutes a little bit more. Taking a nice little rock from right to left, and then you're going to place the left foot down on the mat. Cross your right foot, ankle, above the left knee, and then open that right knee away. Drop your left knee over to your right, and then take your left hand and give it a little push to the inside of that leg or inside of that knee. Right arm can come to a T. Oh, getting into that hip a little bit here. Breathing for 3, for 2, and then come back into center. Lift the left foot off, coming into your figure 4. So both feet are flexed here. You can take those hands to the shin, underneath that hamstring, taking the hand to the knee and foot, whatever feels good for you. Getting into that right hip and glute a lot. Let's take a big inhale, lift chest towards shin. Squeeze that nice tight little ball. Oh, that feels good. Switch to the other side. Right foot down, left ankle crosses above that knee. We take the left arm to T and let the right knee drop to the right. Take your right hand to the inside of that left leg. Oh my goodness. All right. All of the feels for that one. Opening up that left side body, getting into the hip as well. And then lift those legs back to center. Take off those legs from your mat, coming into your figure 4 here. And again, choosing what position for those hands feels good. Flex both toes. Pull in that shin as much as you can while driving that left knee away. And then we'll take a lift of the head, neck, and shoulders. Give squeeze right there. Oh, amazing. All right, let's drop those heels down towards your mat. Windshield wiper those knees from right to left. A nice little release for the hips and the core. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. We'll take the knees back into the chest. Give yourself a couple of rocks along that spine, forward and back. And we'll finish with our lovely leg extension and forward fold. And you are done. Okay, take a big breath in and reach those arms all the way up overhead. Exhale, release it, forward fold. Grabbing a hold of what feels good for you. Toes, shins, ankles, taking your band, taking your strap, rounding through your spine, flexing, it does not matter. Breathing there for 3, for 2, and release. Amazing, amazing job. That was tough. Some serious core and glute work. Awesome, awesome job. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for staying live, Melinda. Have a wonderful Monday, everybody. Bye.